Welcome to everyone to a new episode of the Catenaccio Show. I'm Antonio Aquilino, joined by Lodovico, Filippo, Luca Cancellieri, Luca De Bomber, and Fred. What an episode that we have today after a big weekend in Serie A. Both Milan sides winning their respective matches, and now with just a couple of matches left, the Scudetto race is wide open. So guys, we're going to start with the team in the top of the table. And Milan Leao wins it late. And we can see Luca Cancellieri already fired up. Luca, how close is this Scudetto?
Well, the scenario changed completely. I remember last time we were here, and I was honestly worried for the very last few games. But after the Bologna game and after this weekend, I can say that I believe it. We are very close because there are only 3 games left, and I'm concerned for Verona and Atalanta. Those 2 games are going to be very important for us. Inter is fighting back right now after a couple of games that he wasn't performing well. It was a little lucky to my opinion, but we're very close. And in 3 weeks, we're gonna be here cheering either them or us, and I can't wait to celebrate in case it's AC Milan.
Yeah, it's going to. It's after.
In
after a
Italian, we
difficult
say
season.
"laugh better who laugh last," Fred.
Fly down, Fred.
Fly down, bro.
Fly down. But no, just to get back to Milan and this 2-point lead that they now have, I want to get the Interisti involved with Fred and Lodovico. What do you guys think? Do you think that Milan now have finally turned the corner and they have that confidence that they need to get to the finish line? Or do you still think that something's going to happen and they will mess up and Inter will take advantage?
I think that the Scudetto is already done. Milan already won. I gotta be honest. Verona has nothing to lose. I mean, Verona is not fighting for anything. It's just like a mid-table team. Sassuolo, same thing. And Atalanta, they're not the same anymore as they used to be. So I think Milan got it, and they're gonna win all 3 games. It depends also. And then Inter, with these 3 games, we'll see how it goes because we're playing 2 teams that are playing for the relegation. So they're gonna play. They're gonna give it all on the field. And we saw also when was it Saturday or Sunday? I don't remember, against Udinese that we played good for like 70 minutes, and then they started playing better, and they scored a goal, and they almost tied and everything. But we'll see. Never say never.
So Fred already has Milan as the Campione d'Italia. How about you, Lodo? Do you see Milan screwing this up and Inter taking advantage, or do you think it's going to be difficult?
Milan won. I'm gonna say it. Milan won. Milan won. They're gonna win all of them.
Oh my god!
They're gonna win. I mean, we can tell they're the better team. They have this amazing Leao that scores every single time, and they got a lot of good players. Salamakers, a lot of good young.
Actually, Salemaker that you predicted to play and score, and I even put on fantasy because I hear you. It didn't even get 1 minute.
I don't know what's going on with Salamakers. I think Pioli is not looking really through his amazing talent as a young player, so he decided to play Messia. But I see Milan going for it because Inter already lost it in Bologna. So now it's time for them to lose it. If they lose it, there's no more chance for Inter to win. It's on Milan's hands.
I wanted to say thank you to Radu for helping us for this Scudetto. He should go play for Milan. Leave. Get out.
Oh, ma dai. But he's a youngster, Fred.
Youngster, I don't want to say the word because 1 game. We need 1 game, and he does the mistake of the life. Like his career now, I don't know what he's gonna do. It reminds me like Karius with Liverpool in the final against Real Madrid. That's the same thing.
I'm gonna
Understand
stop you
how-
right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. First of all, he doesn't play for a team
Oh.
like Liverpool in a Champions League final, so his career is not done.
Wow.
Second,
Oh.
Simone Inzaghi has said he rely on him, and eventually, if he needs to put it, he's gonna put him back. Third,
Of course.
I'm a goalie, so I can tell you when you don't have a lot of minutes during the season, those mistakes can happen because you don't have the same space and vision that you have if you play every minute. So the question is more, should be Andanovic bench that day because he was really injured or because of doing this turnover when he's actually standing on a goal and he doesn't need minutes in the bench to rest up for the following matchup, or it was really necessary? That's the question that I would ask if I was a fan.
It was a necessity. It was a necessity because Andanovic had a problem with his back. I don't even know if he actually recovered fully from it because we saw that he played.
I mean,
But
he played well yesterday, you know.
yeah, he did good. He did good. But I'm saying like one game of he only played 2 games, and the first game it was against Empoli, and whoever watched the game can say that is not a top player, top goalkeeper. We could have seen.
Yeah,
we
it's
can
not
see.
Maignan, of course.
And second of all, like one pass, you have to do one pass. You're like a professional. You play in Syria, even if you don't get that many minutes, you don't have all the confidence.
It happened to Meret. It happened to.
I know, but
Buffon.
you're not supposed to
Buffon.
make those mistakes.
Yeah, well, Buffon was probably like batting at his eye, so I'm not sure about that.
No, but I'm happy that we have Fred here because we already discussed this last Thursday about this very big result that Bologna were able to pull off against Inter. And Fred, I wanted to get some more opinions from you because the match began very well for Inter with that opening goal by Perisic, the best goal that I think he scored in the last 2-3 years.
Wonderful.
That is for sure. Yeah, and then everything just slowed down, and Bologna were able to score 2 goals unanswered against a team like Inter that has been so good defensively in this part of the season. And what do you think went wrong? Do you think that Inzaghi has some blame, or was it just bad luck against Bologna?
I mean, I feel like it was bad luck because of that mistake. We lost the game and we might have lost Scudetto.
I mean,
But-
you were tying in that moment. You were 1-1.
Yeah, we were 1-1. But the thing is, we were pushing and pushing and pushing. I guess we didn't push enough, and one mistake. You need one mistake to lose the game, and that's what that was. And Bologna only shot on goal maybe once, which was our Arnautovic goal. Because it's true. How many? The second one was Sansone that he shot on goal. It was already the ball was on the line. So Arnautovic scored because he had a header and he's way bigger than Di Marco. Of course, Di Marco couldn't mark him, and that's soccer. What can I say? Wins who scores more goals.
How many shots did you have, Fred, a game? Probably more than 25.
Well, five shots from Bologna, 3. I mean, total it was 5. Inter 26 total.
Wow.
But only 7 in the goalie for Inter on 26.
No, Skorupski had a nice.
Bologna on 5, 3 in the goalie.
I mean,
Yes,
I wanna,
Filippo is so excited that he
heard about
struggles
Skorupski.
he got so excited, Filippo.
Skorupski is the best goalkeeper in Italy right now.
Wow.
Really?
He's doing good. I mean, Bologna, I think he has the second. I think after Milan is Bologna with the most clean sheet in the league. I think.
I think Juve.
I mean, Bologna. So for Inter, it was we spoke about Bologna Inter for a long time, and it was very important for Inter that 3 point. But I mean, the Scudetto is not done. So 2 point is nothing. It's just that one time Milan can lose, and that's it. So they
can draw. They can draw one.
Yeah. Milan can. Yeah, but the point is, at the same point, Milan gonna win. So it's like you have 1 point more like that. because I mean at the same point, Milan gonna win.
And just to talk shit
Yeah,
a little
he's
bit about
he's
Inter,
he's a mathematics.
I just wanna tell Fred, you remember why if we get tied in the standing, we're gonna win, right?
Yeah, I know.
So
Talking about goalie, you know.
Milan has 3 match. They can do 2 winning and 1 tie. They're gonna win. That's it.
So Luca, when you think we're gonna use the pass of the time, it might
For
be
me,
Verona, it
with
might be
Fiorentina,
against
it was
Atalanta. That's a good question. When Pioli thinks that he can allow his team eventually to tie, it's gonna be Verona this time, since it's an away and Verona feels like play like Champions League, as Mazzari said, or against Atalanta.
I mean, Atalanta. I see Atalanta is in a big rise for me, and Milan with the all the euphoria and all the moments. Let's say he's on the wave now. Milan is a real on fire. Like Pioli is on fire, but he's in a he's in a good moment, Milan, and. Maybe Verona is the hardest, but Fiorentina, I thought it was the only match they could tie. So I don't know. Maybe I will support Milan because they deserve for me, because they are doing more than expectations. So when they start the season, they didn't start the season to win, and they are first. They have 2 points more the team that is the best
Amen.
Serie A, has the best the best player at the moment, and I mean, so for me, Milan deserve it right now.
And I want to get Filippo involved in this conversation because we
Of
were
course.
talking about some of the key players for Milan earlier today, and I just wanted to know kind of like who is the most important player and who is right under that, because this is a team that has changed a lot during the season. They had a lot of injury difficulties, a lot of players were struggling to remain healthy. So I wanted to ask Filippo, who do you think are the 3 most important players that are the biggest reason why Milan finds themselves in first place in Serie A with 3 matches left?
So I think at the top I will put Magnan. Magnan saved their asses so many times this season compared to Radu, compared to other Meret, he saved them a lot of times. And then I will put the second one, I will put Leao. I think Leao is the best player that they have on the roster. If they're with most quality compared to the other ones. And the third one I will put Tonali. Tonali, the second year in Milan, it's one of the best Italian prospects that we have for the future. And it's Milan. It's not like a small team. It's a big team, and he's still young. And he put the team on his back, and I think Tonali is doing really good. What the fuck happened here?
Okay, so Filippo, while you
What's
try
going on? Why
to-
I'm black? Okay, I'm white.
So
I'm white again.
Filippo, while you try to fix your audio and our technicians are gonna try to fix your image, also your
I'm right here.
camera.
You can see me, guys.
We're going to go to Lodovico, and I wanted to ask Lodo. We're talking a lot about Sandro Tonali the last 2 weeks, and our technicians are now working to get people back at the moment. So Tonali has been a big difference for Milan in these last 2 games, and when you look at Inter, Barella has been having a little bit of a difficult time as of late after a very solid middle part of the season. And at this moment and going forward, who would you rather have in your midfield? Would you rather have a player like Tonali or Barella?
What a question.
Barella, 100% Barella.
Tonali, I would pick Tonali.
Different player, 2 different, completely different
it's
players.
like first of all, like it's 2 different positions.
Oh
Before
no, but I'm asking who would you want to have on your team if you're starting a team?
Barella. You know why? Because Barella probably runs 5 times more than Tonali. It's I think it's, in my own humble opinion, it's more technically gifted than Tonali.
Nah.
No, I mean, when you see Barella to the top of his form, he passes the ball and he puts it in your feet. And then I think it's like more dynamic. Maybe the Tonali has more, what can you say? Like he has more physicality, and I can give it to him. But also because I see Tonali as like a like a Gattuso kind of style, like that
He
goes to
goes,
the
he goes,
balls.
he goes.
He's way more technical than
No, no, I
Gattuso.
know, I know, no, but I'm just saying in terms of
Right.
physicality, I see him more like that. Barella is not physical as a player, but he runs a lot. Barella has like 6 lungs, in my own opinion, and he runs way more.
Am I
So
wrong if I say that Barella reminds me a little bit Marchisio more than Gattuso?
who Barella?
Yeah.
I mean, that's your opinion, but
No, I'm just asking. Marchisio was running a lot and making like run through the goal too.
no, I know. But I mean, the only thing that Barella needs to do it's
Barella.
maybe get a little bit more in front of the goal. Like maybe something that Marquise would do more than Barella in his career. But I honestly, if I have to start a team, I will go with Barella. I mean, Tonali has the age on him because Tonali I think it's 2000 and
No, no.
Barella it's 1997. So
Yeah,
like
I
one is
agree.
25 and
Barella
the
has
other
Laudo,
one
way
it's
more
20.
experience.
Laudo,
Barella has way more experience.
ti
Tonali is
dico una
growing.
statistica.
Sure,
Ti
speak in
dico-
English, bro.
Oh shit, sorry guys. I'm gonna give you
Uh,
a statistic. The player that ran the most in Serie A is Brozovic.
I know. But Brozovic is because he's the heart of the midfield, and
Yeah, we runs
like
the Morella. I
no, but I'm just saying in terms of like like the terms of like what I was trying to say in lungs. I'm saying like when you see Barella, it seems like he's never tired. Like and something that also Frattesi was saying when he was comparing himself to Barella, like he was saying like the only difference that I mean. I have a lot of things to catch up from Barella, but I have a few difference than him, and it's in terms of like being able to control his stamina. And Barella does it because if you can see, Barella runs from the first to the 90th minute, while Frattesi usually around the 75th he gets subbed off. But I'm just saying, like to me, Barella in terms of lungs and everything, and also like in terms of determine. I mean, Tonali also a lot of determination, but I just like Barella as a player, to be honest with you, Tony.
What about Luca Bomber? Because this is a very interesting question. I was not asking like who would you rather have in one position. I was talking about if you are building a team and you want to have one piece in your midfield between these two players, who would you rather have on your team?
Barella. Barella, because I mean, so Tonali
Lucas face.
is a is a good player. Tonali, so both are great player, but I mean Barella is more. I mean, in my team, I prefer a player like Barella. I mean, he runs more. He gonna fight a lot. I mean, both are really good, but I prefer Barella. The only things that I really don't like of Barella is that he complain all the time.
Yeah, I would say that.
But stupid
He's
things.
like
He he gets a lot of card for nothing sometimes, and but he complain. He does fall, but like he's fall, no? It's an evidence that he's a fall. He starts to complain. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. That's 100%.
Yes,
Luca
yeah.
Cancellieri, what do you think, Luca?
Oh, I mentioned already, I think I will put Barella as of now because of the career path that they had, the experience. Barella runs probably more than Tonali. Tonali is still like immature on certain aspect in the middle of the field, but definitely he has potential. He has potential. Oh, I hope he's gonna stay with us. Probably yes, after his move last summer to cut his salary to stay and to show that Milan was enough for him. So I'm hoping that for AC Milan, but also for the national team. So maybe we're gonna see in the United States World Cup in 2026 as a starter for Italy.
Also, if Italy makes it.
Yes.
That is a big
Very,
question.
very, very important point.
So,
Well,
guys, we got through the first two of the table, and now I wanted to talk a little bit about the situation with Juventus and Napoli. We saw Juve be able to barely beat Venezia at home, and more of the performance of the team as a whole. I want to talk a little bit about this youngster in midfield, Fabio Miretti, who is a 2003, born on
19
August
years.
3rd.
19 years. He
Yes.
played like a veteran, and I will see the statistics from Sky, and I saw the Juventus all in the second half of the season, starting from the second half. At the moment, it will be 32 points as Milan, so first in the Classific, and Napoli third, and Inter third. So, the Juventus made an amazing second half of the season as Milan, because the same points, and and Juventus had a lot of injuries,
No, really?
crazy injuries. So imagine we are playing with Miretti that is 19 years. But he's doing good. I'm pretty happy because it can be a good perspective for the next year.
So was he promoted because of the injured or because he was playing well in the sub
No,
20?
he was playing good, and it was already. Allegri already is bringing in also to training with the first team Ake, Sole, and Miretti. All these three guys are always training with the first team of Juventus. So Sole is younger, and Miretti looks like is for me is already a player that can play in Juventus for the next year. So Allegri saw that Sole and Miretti for sure next year they're gonna play in the first team. So probably in the bench, but like a good substitute.
And I want to get Lodovico also involved because Lodo Juventus now, we heard from Luca, their form in the recent stretch of the season in the second half would have them tied with points with Milan and above Inter. And this is just another storyline heading into the Coppa Italia final between Juventus and Inter, which is now going to take on such an important part of these two teams' season, because if Milan will be able to hold on to the Scudetto and there's no European glory for both Inter and Juventus, how big does this match become? How important is this result to have a successful season and not a season that is deemed a failure?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Oh, what was that echo?
You want to be honest twice?
I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I'd rather focus on the Scudetto race. Either way, the thing is that like what we can do is win all of the games until the end of the season and hope that Milan just loses one. Um, but the Coppa Italia, it's the final. Like I'd rather like win it than lose it, especially against Juventus. But I think me personally, I'd rather go with the Scudetto. And I think like going into the Coppa Italia, Inter already played with Juventus a lot of games this season, so both of the teams know how to play each other. Uh, Juventus doesn't have all of the players available, so we are going to go into the game knowing that we have the advantage, but just because we have the entire squad pretty much fit, and the only person at the moment it's probably missing, it's Bastoni, and they're trying to get it back for the Coppa Italia final. So I think if it was for me, like Inter just has to focus game by game, and then they'll see, because each game could change. I think like now each game just changes Inter's mentality. Whenever they see Milan winning, they have to be strong to just know that they have to catch, like play the catching game. And then the another important thing is that next week is Inter that is playing first, if I'm not wrong. So if they
Yes.
win, then they're gonna go +1. So that gets back to get like under the pressure from Milan to know that they have to win, because this game we played at -5 points. Next game, if we win, we might play it at +1. So that's also gets back to the ball to them. That's
Yeah,
what
Inter plays on
Friday.
Friday.
Mhm.
And AC Milan plays on Sunday in the Sunday night fixture. So it's gonna be interesting. If Inter wins against Empoli at home, then yeah, AC Milan will have the pressure.
And
wanted-
Fred, I wanted to ask you just quickly because I'm looking at the Inter calendar and it is incredible how the Coppa Italia final is put 4 days before the penultimate match in Serie A against Cagliari on the road. Who made this schedule? It's incredible to put
It's
such
been like that for like
such an
40 years.
For me, I
such
tell
an
you now, I'm gonna bet Inter gonna lose the Scudetto in Cagliari.
Against
Whoa.
Mazzari, no.
No,
Oh,
Mazzarri is gonna be gone.
Sarri's
is the
gone.
coach.
He's officially gone.
Yes.
Yes, he's very gone. But for me, I mean, it will be very hard for him. It depends a lot of the match of the Coppa Italia. It depends a lot of. So if the Inter gonna lose the final with Juventus, for me they're gonna lose also with Cagliari.
Keep in mind, Juventus is benching a lot of players probably this Sunday to rest them for the game.
Because
I
they
mean,
clinched
Juventus
already
doesn't
a
have
Champions
anything
League
to win
spot.
now. Doesn't have anything to win. It's just the Coppa Italia.
Do you think Allegri wants to win the third place, Luca?
I don't think so. They're gonna play. They're gonna, they're gonna try to do more things they can show next year. But I mean, there is no motivation, in
It
Serie A.
doesn't
Look,
matter
Tony.
third or fourth. I still make
No,
it.
it doesn't matter.
Tony, I wanted to give my opinion on something right now because I gotta put it up. I want to see Luca's reaction right now. The Milanista Ratto. I want to see your reaction. Look, Milan which I mean, most likely gonna win the Scudetto because of Inter's mistakes, and that's a fact. Because we lost the game against Bologna, so that's already we're losing the first part. Then we had like 1 or 2 months of I don't know why, like because of the Champions League, we were tired or what, and we were
One
tying a
game
lot of
against
games.
Liverpool.
If we had the same players as last season, it would have been the same thing as last season. If we still had Lukaku, Eriksen,
If I had Cristiano Ronaldo and Chiesa they play, I'm gonna win.
no.
Yeah, if I had Van Basten, Rijkaard, and Gullit, probably I would.
So Fred, I wanted to ask you,
If we had the
what
same team as last season, and we had the same team as last season, we would have won easily. In end, second, if we didn't make all these mistakes for like that month of February, I believe, we would have won easily
and
the
that's, and Fred,
Scudetto. But
and
at
Fred,
least
this
10
is what I
points.
want to ask.
But
This is what I
you
want to
remember
ask
that
Fred.
you have 1 point that you made with Turin, stealing a penalty to Turin that you had to lose. You made the 3 point in against Juventus. There was a penalty on Zakaria, other 3 points. I mean, you should stay 4 points less.
You know that his memory is not great, Luca. Don't worry about that.
It's not even about the memory. It's about like the way we play, the team that
I mean,
we have.
you have 4 points more that you don't have to have.
We're
So,
way better than
I
Milan.
wanted-
Milan is having a good year.
I
What
wanted
can I
to
say?
ask the two Interisti. So, Lodo, I'll start with you, and then I want to get Fred's opinion. If Milan win the Scudetto, what percentage will be the merits of Milan, and what percentage would be like the faults from Inter? Like, how would you divide the merits between the two?
I mean, Inter lost the Scudetto, like they lost it in Bologna. I go with that. We can talk about the entire season all along, but then you get to the last game that you're supposed to get back, which technically you were supposed to play back in January with a stupid team like Bologna that doesn't like it's like stupid. But I mean, I'm just saying like Inter lost it in Bologna.
So
Whatever
you put
happened before.
100% Inter lost it.
I mean, I honestly think right now, like the only thing that we have to play is playing the catch-up game and then see if Milan loses it, and we take advantage of the situation. But the thing is that even if in some situation like Milan loses the next game, Inter wins the next game, there's still 2 games to play, and plus like we're playing against 2 relegation teams. They're playing against we can say, I mean, Atalanta's been playing bad. Like today against Salernitana, I was watching the game. Like I didn't see anything really. I was saying it, and I wrote it to the chat. If in Milan plays with Atalanta today, they're gonna win because I mean they were bad. So The only thing I'm just saying is like right now there's like everybody can lose it. Like if Inter ties one game, it's done. If Milan loses one game, Inter then has the chances, but then Inter has to play another two games. So it's like I don't know. I would say 50-50, 50-50.
Mm. And Filippo, I wanted to bring you in also because
Stupid Bologna.
this has been quite the ending of the season, and now we also see Sinisa Mihailovic leaving the hospital, and there are rumors that he might rejoin the team once again on the bench. And just how important would this be for the team to end the season with Sinisa back yelling at everyone on the sideline?
No, it's we're happy to have him back finally, even though the team was playing well because they used his illness as a motivation. But it would be good. He said that he was gonna try a lot of the young players that we have in the academy, so like he did for Donnarumma back in the days. So hopefully we can win the last 3 games and try to aim for the 10 position in the standing. That's our goal.
It would be a great way to end the season.
It would be
To end the
okay.
season like that.
Yeah, on a good note. Let's put it on a good note. Not the
Yeah,
not the good
definitely.
way, but at least on a good note. To answer the question that you did to Lodo, I think the blame is more than Inter than Milan.
So
Yeah.
you think that it's more Inter losing it
I mean,
than Milan winning?
Milan, of course, Milan. You have to praise them for the way that the form that they have. They always been there on Inter us, and Milan took advantage of the opportunity that they had, but Inter lost it. Inter had all the chances, had the team, had everything, and it lost it.
80%
And guys,
Inter,
also 80% Inter, Fred.
20 Milan.
No, Eri no. You gotta give some credit to Milan. Milan.
I gave you
Because
20.
you
I
know
gave
what,
20.
the Inter fan are just like focusing on the game against Bologna and thinking, oh, okay, we had one shot and we missed it. We had one chance and we missed it. But you need to see and think that AC Milan has always been there throughout the season. So of course Inter has a
Oh,
better team. We are saying that since August 1st. Inter has a better team. Inter should have won. Inter is not on the top because there is another team that for such a reason is better in this moment than Inter. So you still need to give
Okay,
him credit.
okay.
I think
At some point, Milan was 10 points ahead. We came
I w-
back. Then we were
I
like
would
7 points ahead. Then we had that 1 month or 2 months that we just, I don't know, we kept tying and tying, and you guys were
Listen,
winning. Of
we
course
were
you're gonna
Fred,
10
win.
Fred,
points ahead, 10 points ahead without Tomori, with Teo Hernandez and Diaz with COVID. We Kier
You know
just
what
that was a
injured,
game.
and we were playing
Let's stay
Gabbia,
out for a
Romagnoli,
game.
and Kalulu. We are playing Gabbia, Romagnoli, and Kalulu. We're playing Salemaker, Messia, Krunic, Benasser.
Yeah, but
We
that
need to
shows you just
but
how
focus on
Serie
that.
A sucks. It doesn't show that Milan is good. The only
But
thing is that.
No, it
Fred,
shows that our group is better than Inter.
But what the
Definitely.
No,
fuck
it
does
no,
it
shows.
show? Come on.
It
What the
shows.
fuck does it show that the
no,
group is
wow, we
better?
have
Inter
a
no.
better
doesn't have a
group.
The
group.
group is better.
Inter
Like
doesn't have a
you.
group.
But
Inter
what
It
the
doesn't have
fuck
a
shows
are
group.
you
you
teams that.
saying? The group doesn't have a group.
Yo,
Why
look
Look
at.
you're
at
in the
Andanovic with
you,
Radu. Look
you're
at
in the
Andanovic with Radu.
you. Oh
Which
wow
kind of
wow.
captain are
Because
you?
because he
Which
didn't
kind of
go.
Success.
Well,
captain are
I'm
you?
gonna tell you like, oh, Dumfries went in front of the camera. That's a group. What the fuck are you saying? Like, what? Are you in the
That's a
locker room?
synonym of
No,
nervosism. You shouldn't
no,
think of the cameraman in
nah.
that moment.
It's
You
just that.
should be quiet,
It's
be
just
sad, and go back to your
I
locker
honestly
room.
think the group I don't even understand why there is like the group. What the fuck does the group do? Like
Because
what
you
the
never
fuck are you?
leave the
You're
locker
going there.
room,
What,
man.
what what do you think? Like
The
Donnarumma
group and the unity
left
wins
we didn't.
championship.
Nah, that's bullshit. It's like the group. The group, it's the bullshit that you could say right now because like the group, like you say, like
So how's
Juventus
that
doesn't have
possible that a
group,
shitty team is
Milan
beating
has
you
a
right
better
now?
group.
A
It's not
shitty team
that.
is
It's
better
not
than
that.
you.
A
A
shittier
shitty
team
team
is
is better
better
than
than
you.
us because
If
they're playing games against other shittier teams and they're winning those. It doesn't matter. Inter was ahead of 10 points. We have 2 months off. That's why I would say like it's a 60-40% at this point because Inter had the better team.
Yeah,
We were
60
I
40.
down,
would
we
I can
came
blame
give it to
back,
you.
and then
I
like we
would blame
just
Inzaghi.
I mean, Inzaghi, you could blame it in a few games because
If
he
you put
misses a few.
Conte,
Shit,
no,
in few
the
games.
mentality, the mentality. If you put
No,
Conte
but
wouldn't be. Yeah.
But it's not even like the
It's-
mentality. Like at this point, like I think it's
Yes,
like
we'll
he
never
made
know.
a few mistakes into the fucking
At
substitution.
the same point, before Bologna or something like that, if you had Allegri, you are already you won the Serie A.
Even if you are Conte, they're used to winning.
Oh,
Inzaghi never
no,
won
of course.
anything.
You have
Conte would have
Conte,
won earlier.
Mourinho, or Allegri.
Mourinho, no.
Yes, they're different in that, especially in that kind of match. They're gonna
Yeah,
win.
it's the
But I
mentality.
mean,
That's
guys,
the
like
Simone
honestly,
mentality.
we
Inzaghi,
also
you know,
what the fuck
Simone
were we gonna
Inzaghi is
do?
not ready for that. I mean,
Whatever.
when he does the interview after match, you can see that he's not a coach for Inter. Inter is another level team, and he's still thinking he's in Lazio. He's still
Wow.
complaining like he was in Lazio.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand that he's in a top team. He doesn't understand this. For me.
Now we're talking about
So-
this like right now just because we're second, but if you see like Inzaghi's season from this point of view with a worse team that Conte had, and if at the end of the season Inter wins the Scudetto, then Inzaghi is like the best coach
No,
we had because
I
Mm.
we
think
won the
Inzaghi.
Supercoppa, we went to the final of Coppa Italia, we won the Scudetto. If we win, and I'm gonna touch my balls right now, and then we also went into the knockout stage in the Champions League with Inzaghi that Conte
No,
had Lukaku, Hakimi, Eriksen playing. Inzaghi has
Conte-
Çalhanoğlu,
Conte is
Dumfries,
amazing
and
for
Dzeko.
Serie A. Conte is amazing
No.
for Serie A, but he's horrible. He's a horrible coach for.
I tell you why.
Conte.
Inzaghi plays better than Conte, but Conte has a different mentality.
Mm.
Especially for
Fred,
Serie A. Especially for Serie A. On the 38 matches, he's amazing. Conte. He's amazing.
I
On
wanna
the
ask-
he has
because-
more matches. He's amazing.
Shut up,
Because the
Antonio,
way
Tony.
that he-
can you ask Fred when I need to go back to what Fred said. Can you tell me what do you mean when you say Inter at a 2-3 months blackout? Can you exactly tell me when? Because if Antonio shares the screen that I see there, Inter probably had 4 games and 2 of them were Inter
I
and
said
Napoli.
1/2 months. That we had games back to back. We
I
had
mean,
think-
before
I
I
think
tell
in
you what
2020,
I
No,
tell you-
you can say we didn't play the first month and a half of Serie A. That's why we
Yeah.
had to catch up, and then we didn't play the first 1 to 2 months of the new season, January and February. And
mean,
that's
you had
that's
already-
blame.
You
Who's
had
to blame
already
for this?
you had only Inter Milan, Napoli Inter, Inter Sassuolo, Genoa Inter. That's it. 4 games, probably like in 3 weeks.
no, you
That's it.
gotta put the ties as well. You gotta put the ties.
Listen, look,
No,
I have the
yeah, but this one is
statistics.
Bologna Inter, and
No,
this
the
one
ties.
winning, tying against Atalanta, winning again. This is not a problem. The problem is like those 4 games, and that's it. The rest
6.
is winning.
No.
I mean,
So
because
I
they
don't
were
see a
also
break.
losing
Here you can
the
see
league.
these we had like problem with the defense and stuff
what
like
the
that.
fuck
but
does
the
that
rest-
mean? Like, what the fuck did you just point out? It's the same thing if you put it like in those symbols. It's 3 games against 3 games.
Inter in 2022, the first couple of months they were like struggling a lot. They had
Yes, but it's only 4 teams, people.
I mean,
4 games.
guys,
yeah, but
before,
for teams
before
it's
the
fucking a
last
lot of
match,
points.
But the thing is that we're talking about 75 points, 80 points. Like at this point, like you only miss 4 matches in an entire year. It's not
Remember,
that if I was telling you like 6, 8 matches, I would be like like 8th place or something.
Yeah, but because you guys are saying, "Oh, we had a blackout," that's why Milan is there. Milan is there
I mean,
because it's
listen,
I'm
consistent.
on
I
the
have
blackout.
the statistic. I have the statistic of the second part before the match, the last match. So before the last match, Inter made 26 points before Udinese with 7 winning, 5 tie, 3 match they lost, 23 goal and 13 goal they got.
Allowed.
Milan had 9 winning, so 2 winning more, and
So 6.
Milan lost just one time. Same things for Juventus, and Milan scored less, 20 goal, but the defense was unbelievable. Only 8 goal for Milan.
Mm.
8.
we know one
This
thing.
is stability, group, unity. This is how you win a
Lodovico,
championship.
the group, Lodo, the group.
No,
The
Luca,
group.
you
I
and the
can tell you
group,
about the
Luca?
group. I can tell you Bologna has the best group now because of the Mihailovic
Probably yes,
situation.
because
What
of the
fuck are you
unity of
saying?
Mihailovic. Yes, yeah, it can be. It can be.
It's the group. The group. It's bullshit. It's all the things that the media is trying to like show you outside. It doesn't mean shit.
It's the opposite. The media doesn't know
Uh,
about the group. The group
yeah,
is
yeah.
about the locker room.
But
No,
nah, the locker room. We're talking about a business. They pay millions. Like if somebody's unhappy, you tell him, okay,
Listen,
fuck off.
this is the same
Like,
reason
it's not
why
the group.
Italy won the European Cup. It's the same thing. We're not the best team.
No, we got
but
lucky.
we had
We
something.
got
We
lucky.
got at the European
We
Cup.
got
We were
lucky,
the
Luca.
worst.
There was
team.
no
Yeah,
group.
we got
So
lucky.
We got
lucky.
lucky.
We
But-
got so
But you
lucky.
don't win the championship just for luck.
Yes.
You do
Yeah,
win
Luca.
championships for luck.
It's
How the fuck do you
Last
think
FIFA, last
Listen,
FIFA.
Inter?
80-20.
You know how Inter won the triplete? The group.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yes, yes,
No.
yes,
The
yes,
group.
yes.
No. You won the triplete because in the semi-final with Barcelona you got lucky.
We had that. Then
So
we
like
were
a
playing
three times,
CSK.
three
we-
Yeah, but
goals, I think.
We were playing
Mourinho had an
CSK
amazing team.
Mosca, CSK
Snyder,
Mosca. We were
Eto'o,
playing.
Milito,
Balotelli
Cambiasso.
saved you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you win for luck. Like especially like in Champions League or like
This is not
cups.
fantasy soccer.
You win for
In
luck.
You don't
Champions
win.
League you have to have luck.
Yeah, that's the
You
thing.
have
Like
to
in
be lucky.
tournaments, you have
Yeah,
to
the
win luck.
tournament is luck.
You have to have luck to win. Like
Champions
like
League
the
is
It's
the luck.
performance and quality, but also
Yeah,
group,
everything. You can have the quality, the best team, but in the end, in Champions League, it's 20-30%. You
Yeah.
have to be lucky, yeah.
If I talk to you about the
I
group,
mean,
then
20,
Inter makes a
30%, yeah.
barbecue every week. That's a good group. They go with a barbecue and they all like talk and
we
have
are
fun
not.
in a
Portugal is
barbecue.
the number one for barbecue, for example. Yeah, Arturo.
But Fred, I
number one
wanted
for
to I wanted to ask Fred if Inter doesn't win this league title, and I also want to get Lodo's opinion on this. Who is the biggest person to blame from Inter if they don't win the Scudetto this
You,
year?
Tony, you are the person to blame.
To blame,
The
I was
referee.
See,
Inzaghi.
one second, man. One second, because Luca is here. No, okay.
answer
So
the
first
question,
of all,
answer the
first of all, of course, you gotta give the blame to Inzaghi, the manager. Second, the whole team. There's nothing else. Because at the end of the day, we're stupid. The first half, the first month of the season, we didn't win as many games that we were supposed to. And then the start of 2022,
Well, you
We
won
didn't
4 out
win.
of 5.
still, but you guys how many won? More than us. You know what I'm saying?
4 out of 5. It was the same.
But the thing is, weren't we ahead of you guys, and then you guys came back during that time
No, we were
And-
ahead of you.
by one
In the
match?
first 12 game, we won 10.
Okay,
And
but
you guys
you-
won
okay,
5.
that's already something.
Yeah. Because
That's
you were
really
not consistent.
That's a group. That's a
Okay,
group.
but,
That's the group.
That's
The
a
first
group.
month.
No, the group is start getting into December, January, February, and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So,
That's
so
when
if
they went
they,
to the Christmas
so the
party.
group, the group
When I
resets
mean the
every
group-
season. So
Yeah.
if they were
When I
playing
mean
from
the
the
group-
seasons before, it resets.
yes.
They
They
went
don't know
to the
each
the
other.
Christmas
group,
party.
let me tell you, and that Fred can keep going. When I mean the group is also meaning that Pioli is an extra year with
From
the same
fire.
people. For example, Inzaghi comes and it's a new environment, and it's tough and it's hard to get back and get accustomed to the same routine and stuff like that. So Pioli was already coming from a different season, another season with the same team and with the same group. And that's what helped probably AC Milan to perform. Listen, there is something to, if there is a team to study, that would be the Milan in those 2 years, like for study purposes. What
Study
happened
what?
to a bad team? And I hear this from a journalist yesterday too. What happened to a team that is not having top player winning and being so many games there, first or second, and being running for the title?
You
championship?
know what it is? You know what it is? It's being
It's luck.
Serie. It's
It's
being
luck.
set. No, it's not luck. It's being Serie A that is becoming shit and shit.
Yeah,
because
but
it's
you have
true.
the same level. Like, don't think that AC Milan is better than Napoli and Juventus and Atalanta and Roma and Lazio. Quality level, player, single player by single player, is the same. To me, Napoli is even better than AC Milan if you get single man. Osimhen,
Okay.
Koulibaly, Fabian Ruiz, Zielinski. What are you talking about?
Okay, you wanna
Diaz.
put luck. Okay, so the last two games, how did AC Milan won? Okay, let's see. Marusic loses the ball at the 94th minutes and then crosses it inside, and Acerbi, instead of putting it in the corner, just puts it inside towards Ibrahimovic.
It can always be luck. It can always be luck. You were saying that
Terracciano, the last game,
Terracciano
last game was doing the amazing game. Okay, no, Radu comes to save them, but then Terracciano is doing that amazing game, and then around the 82nd minute, after he pretty much got everything and every single goal, just decided to pass it to Leao, which is the fastest person.
Terracciano didn't even make a lot of
sense.
If we would have passed it to Ibrahimovic, talk about another lucky Ibrahimovic, before he gets to Terracciano, it would have the entire Fiorentina could have done 2 laps of the entire soccer field and still get back in defense.
Yeah,
but
let me tell you, Ibra is so slow.
I mean, Tony, so there are 2 episodes.
Okay, but can I finish giving my answer?
2 episodes we should discuss about Inter and Milan. There is the penalties. The penalties that, for example, Cesare yesterday said that there was a penalty for Milan on Leao, and there was a penalty they gave to Dzeko. I mean, if you give, for me, if you give
at the end of the season, they always even up the whatever you got in favor and against you.
Of course, we got so many penalty last year that you struggle and you said, yes, penalty. They're not giving us any penalty. It's been since January or December that we don't get one penalty.
The problem, because they learn how Milan is.
You know what is the problem? If Dzeko get a penalty, that's for me in England, that never happened, this penalty. The same penalty I don't want to give to Milan, because for me that's not penalty. So the Milan one and the Inter one, both are no penalty. But if
and then Dzeko going to the ref and say rigore netto, go
to
VAR. Of course, when the ref goes there, he said rigore netto, which means that's a penalty. When I see a little contact, I'm gonna give a penalty.
What the fuck are you saying?
For me, that's no penalty.
So now because Dzeko played psychological games on the ref.
What are you talking about? It's of course, man. Of course.
I think you read too much mindset coach and stuff like that.
The pressure of the game and the media.
Amazing quality by Fred.
Important. What is Fred?
One second.
Amazing quality by Fred.
Go ahead, Luca, continue.
It's worthy of our people in the back playing it for us.
What?
We will get our staff to correct Fred's camera in just a second, so the audience can see the picture.
I'm gonna correct it now for Fred. This is Fred.
I wanna give my answer. I wanna finish my answer because you were asking me who to blame for Inter.
You said Inzaghi and the team, no?
No, I didn't finish. I wanna blame mostly Zang. Because of him, we don't have money, and we lost our best players, and we might lose the Scudetto.
It's because of COVID.
I would blame.
But Fred, we were hearing a lot of rumors today, and I'm gonna give it back to you guys in just a second about Lukaku
coming back,
signaling from Chelsea that he wants to leave.
Yeah,
and this would be
75 million
a very good return. It would be a very good return for Inter, because Lukaku, this will be an opportunity to get him back, because Chelsea want to get rid of his salary, and he's not a good locker room presence. So I wanted to ask. I'll start with Filippo, and then get Luca the Bomber before going to the two Interisti. Do you think that this Lukaku can help Inter for next season, or should they stay with Edin Dzeko in attack?
Well, if you put it like that, of course I'm going to tell you Lukaku. Like, you cannot compare Lukaku and Dzeko.
Dzeko is done.
I'd rather have Caicedo.
I mean, Simone Inzaghi made two unbelievable mistakes, because he doesn't understand that he's in Inter, and he has two players as Correa and Caicedo. So if you watch the match, there is a moment that Vidal is alone alone. They could score, and Correa he was alone, and he passed the ball with the 1 meters offside of Vidal.
Yeah, I don't understand why Lodovico blamed Vidal. That's a Correa issue to me.
No, that's a Correa issue, guys.
What?
That's a Correa mistakes.
What did I blame?
Correa they passed the
No,
ball
that's
to
Correa.
Correa mistakes. Guys.
That's Correa, definitely, because he thinks he's playing 6v6 like here in Kendall or something. Because how can you leave the ball right there? You can even see it that he's offside.
Right. Fred, he was right. You know, he was impossible. He's no offside. I can understand when he the ball. He said, what?
You know what's good Correa for? To get girls. That's it. It's good for
Like
that's
a wingman.
That's the only thing that he can do.
A
And then when he plays, like take it. Doesn't do shit. Doesn't do shit, bro.
It's not for Inter, guys. It's a
I have a
player.
lot of stuff to say about Correa. I don't want to start.
But Fred and Lodo, you didn't give me your opinions on Lukaku coming back. If you bring him back to Inter, is that the piece that's missing to win the Scudetto, or do they need more next season?
Nah. I think Lukaku is a big piece. Because Lukaku and Hakimi were part of 50% of the goals that we scored last season, and this year we scored 74 goals. Let's not forget about that. Inter scored a lot of goals this year, but I only would have imagined how many goals we would have scored if there was also Lukaku or Hakimi. Like I don't even know, but I'm just saying, like, the only thing I think we're missing at the moment is to find, first of all, people in the defense that we can switch up. D'Ambrosio, Di Marco, Kolarov, that it's a grandpa at this point. Like they're not anymore worthy.
You shouldn't mention Kolarov. He didn't even
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
play. No,
I know, but that's the thing. But those are our substitutes. That's the thing. I think like what Inter needs is like
Gosens.
No, but that's like more about like talking like Perisic, Gosens, and then Dumfries, Darmian, which I think at the current moment, like, we're okay in the wings.
Have you ever played 4 in the back, Lodo, this season?
No. Inzaghi doesn't play 4.
Do you think that also like keeping always the same like structure and scheme and model could have been a problem, and maybe they should have changed it at some point for some games that it wasn't really performing?
I think it was good because also like that's something to like I agree with Fred about blaming the society as well, but I also like can give them the props that they found in Zagreb. They more or less has the same style of playing or formation. So like the players were not, because if not you could have got like, I don't know, Sarri, and then all of a sudden out of the bloom you have a 3-5-2 built squad that was built for a 3-5-2, but then has to be rebuilt to play for a 4-3-3 after 2 years that you spending all that money to build like a foundation for a team. I honestly think like Inter next season needs, if Lukaku comes back, it's gonna be like an amazing business operation because we sold it for 120 and we get it back for 70. And then I think we need more depth because last year, for example, we had Vidal. At one point, I remember the first game against Fiorentina when we won 4-3. We let Nainggolan, Vidal, and then Sanchez enter into the game. And that's like a big a big difference in depth, because this year we have Vecino that comes in after 1 minute, gets a yellow card, and then we have Gagliardini. Like, those are not people to be like, I don't know, even Liverpool get a youngster like the Liverpool does with like Elliott or something like that, like they're better than Gagliardini and Vecino in my own opinion.
No, we have Agume coming back, I think, from the loan.
Agume is like one of those players like Pinamonti, Esposito, and all these players that we send out. I just think like we need like at this point, like start with like like you have a midfield, Çalhanoğlu, Brozovic, and Barella. You need to find.
Look. What I think is getting Lukaku back is gonna be hard because first of all we don't have money and we might gonna have to sell someone, because I think Zan still needs money
De Vrij.
For the depth that we still have. De Vrij could be one, but I don't know how much they're gonna give us because next year his contract expires. So we need Bremer. That's the first point. We need to get Bremer. Then Vice Brozovic, another player that can play in the same spot as Brozovic, and then we'll see what they're gonna do with Dzeko or Lukaku. We'll see what we're gonna do.
It's gonna be a very interesting off season for all the teams.
For me, it's
And,
not easy to get
we
back
have
to
Luca.
Chicago.
Luca's
78
gonna give
million.
us all the news. Luca, you are our chief expert in the calcio mercato this summer, so it's gonna be you giving us all the breaking news and the updates with these deals that are gonna go through. And guys, just before we end the show for today, because we're already getting close to an hour, Champions League this week. So we have Villarreal, Liverpool, and Real Madrid hosting Manchester City. And I think we all agree that Lodovico's Villarreal are going to be eliminated in this round.
Finally.
And
Finally.
it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for them. But in the other match, what a game that we saw last
Wow.
week! 7
That's
goals,
the best in
end-to-end
the last
action.
years for me.
It looked like Inter Juventus, definitely. And I wanted to get you guys' opinion on what do you expect will happen at the Bernabeu, and how many goals are we going to see? Is it going to be a similar game to the one we saw
For me,
last
yeah.
week, or no?
For me, yes. I don't know if 7 goals, but for me, we're gonna see over again.
I believe Ancelotti is going to have a different mindset when plays against City right now at home, especially on the defense side. They're coming from the winning of the Liga, so they're going to be more attentive, especially on the defense. We need to see Benzema again. Hopefully, he's going to score again. To me, it's going to be like a tight game until the end, and probably if Real Madrid is able to keep Manchester City calm, probably is gonna make it, or even probably go to extra time.
I mean, also a 1-0 from Real Madrid, and they go on the penalties. It will be great, huh?
I think
Yeah, there will be the 30 minutes, and then
I think we're gonna have another game of the year coming soon.
Yeah.
Between
wow.
Madrid and Manchester City. 'Cause
And
we'll
Filippo, what do you expect in this match? And then we will get Lodovico's opinion, who's having a lot of fun up on the top of the screen.
I think it's gonna be a Manchester City blowout. It's gonna,
Ooh.
yeah.
So
Manchester
for
City-
people, Manchester City gonna pass it, right?
yeah, at least a 3-0. At least 3. Not 3-0. At least 3 goals from Manchester City.
Wow.
Luca?
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think so many goals.
So Luca, Real Madrid for you?
I would say Real Madrid.
Fred?
City, by 1 goal.
Lodo?
City, because I like Liverpool City as the final.
Tony?
Yeah, I have been saying Liverpool against Manchester City in the final since the quarterfinals. I think. Yeah, I think those two are the best teams, and Guardiola, he likes playing at the Bernabeu, so I think it's going to be very funny to see him interact with the fans and everyone. I think it's going to be City going through.
That's it.
That's good. But
I would
before
support Lotti 100%.
But before we finish this live today, I wanted to say something. I want to say congratulations to myself to won the Fantasy League of Soccer. Hey, Lodo, you don't talk anymore, Lodo, eh? You don't talk anymore.
Next
You
year,
were
I'm gonna
lucky
get it
against
back.
me because I put two midfielders in the bench that they score.
Next year,
You know,
I'm coming for it.
It's because of the group. That's why I won the
group.
League.
The group.
You love to make fun, Fred, but you know that fantasy is only luck.
Anymore.
Fantasy is only luck.
He's not scoring.
Fantasy is like Milan, luck.
Fantasy is only luck. No, Milan is not lucky.
Oh,
This
yeah,
The group.
Listen, Milan is not lucky this season. You
Yeah,
guys
you're
should have
right.
done better. And look at the penalty yesterday for Lautaro. That's not luck.
Milan is luck.
Yeah,
I mean, we can see
before-
next year.
It's different.
Next year, you know
Before-
what is gonna happen? Milan wins it, and then he's gonna go as the first tier into the Champions League, and he's gonna go back out in 4th place with 0 points like this season.
That's
Sorry,
unluck when
Sorry,
you get
Tony.
Liverpool, Atletico, and Porto in the
What do you
first
mean it's
tier
unlike?
league.
You're in the 4th pole. You haven't played in fucking 12 years. What do you think? You're gonna be coming? You're gonna have Trabzonspor, Galatasaray, and
Other
with all the due
team,
respect.
Very good,
other team in the fourth pot got better teams.
If you, I mean,
Who?
Milan got to the group that he deserved.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Guys, before we close, also Roma playing this week against the Leicester City at the Olimpico. Does Roma get to the final? Yes or no, Lodovico?
Yes.
Fred?
But
Fred is sleeping, guys.
Filippo,
for real.
yes or no?
But what? Yes.
About Roma. Is Roma going to the final? Yes or no?
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
Oh.
No.
Ooh.
No, of course, Filippo.
Filippo
No,
the anti-Roma.
No. I love Roma. But Leicester,
Yes.
Leicester last game he didn't play. He only plays Michael. All the other players rested, and Roma put everybody in to play against the amazing Bologna. So
This.
And Luca Cance?
I think. Sorry.
Doesn't
I
know
was
the
thinking of the
does he-
question.
Does
He
he know
was
the
I was
question?
thinking what
he
to
was
say to.
celebrating Scudetto. He was celebrating Scudetto already.
Yeah, I was still thinking of something that Lodo and Fred
About the
said.
group.
I think it's gonna be a tie in the 90 minutes.
No, look
Oh,
at it.
shit.
Who wins? It's not a tie. Who
Yes
wins?
or no? Yes or no?
In the 90 minutes, it's a
Yeah,
tie. Then it's a lottery. In the
No, but
penalty.
who goes to the
Yeah,
final?
who
Yes
wins?
or
Who
no?
fucking wins?
I said,
Final
will
is gonna
Roma...
be
Will...
final is gonna be Roma.
Okay,
Okay.
there you go.
Oh.
I thought we were gonna do.
Pass. I
Oh,
mean,
Roma versus Marsiglia. Marseille.
No,
They
Marseille is
lost.
out.
Say.
They lost against. They lost the first game 3-2.
Yeah, look at the out.
They gotta win 2-0 to pass.
No, man.
Yes.
What about you, Luca Bomber?
for me, Roma has a great opportunity to pass because I mean they have to do the second match in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
So and all supporters. So I mean the
It's
stadium.
easy. Look at Bologna. It's easy.
No, but it's
Rome
gonna
is
be
nothing. Rome is a
full
small
capacity.
stadium.
It's
I
gonna
mean
be
the
full
Olimpico
capacity.
will be sold out, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, it was full capacity Roma Bayern and 1-7.
You're gonna.
Wow. Thank God there's no
Not even
Roma
a
fan here.
competition. There is not even a competition. Hey, that match that they made the mistake to sell the tickets. That's different.
They
No,
should have
but-
watched
Okay,
it at home.
guys.
Let's hope.
Thank you
Let's hope Roma goes to the final. Let's hope for that.
Yeah.
I think so.
We will do our show from Tirana live before the match if Roma makes it to the final. So we are hoping
good.
for that a lot.
We're gonna send our
Road to
Albanese.
Tirana.
We're gonna send our Albanese friend Tony to Tirana.
In Tirana, is there a stadium?
Brate.
No.
I don't think
Okay,
they have a
th-
locker room in Tirana.
No, stop.
Okay,
No,
we
it's like
will
Canada.
edit this out. We will edit this part out of the show. So thank you everyone for watching. This is the reset after the two
That's
jokes
that.
that were just said. And we'll see you on Thursday for the Italian episode, okay? Ciao.
Congrats
Click,
to
click,
Inter
click.
for the championship.
Link in the bio. Click.
Lugarese.